Khalil. Sibonga. All right. We are back again with another epic episode of the LNR podcast. My name is SK, aka Uncle SK. Okay. So yeah, namhlanje angihambi ngedwa. Ngihamba nabaphathi music. Ngihamba no-SWIZZ PANACHE. Mfethu kunjani?
Sure bhuti.
Exe. Uzijwayele masolezi.
Nah.
Ama-artist asijwayele lesi.
Nah, bro. This is my first podcast.
Yeah. No, thank you for coming through, my brother. Uyazi sengithathele phezulu nje. But you know, it's a conversation, uyazi. Those are corn.
Sure.
So for people abangakwazi, let's just get into it. Ubani uSWIZZ PANACHE?
I think maybe I should give you my full name.
Yes.
Yeah, sharing an ID.
Yeah.
SWIZZ PANACHE, it's my stage name.
Sure.
We asked we're from old school.
Yeah.
Where you needed to have like a name.
Your stage name
separate from your
Yeah.
So SWIZZ PANACHE, it's I hope you're not gonna ask me why SWIZZ PANACHE, but yeah.
Sure.
Ikamu samgelo wakazwane
Sure.
ID.
Mangethi.
Yeah, and first of all I'm a father.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A husband and a musician.
Danko.
Yeah.
I like the party of father and a husband.
Sure.
I like that. Should clearly I'm a husband now.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
I'm happy.
Uyazi.
Yeah.
Asibiza kanjalo mabajabulile.
Yeah.
Mayisukile.
Sure.
So yeah, ukhulele kuphi ekhaya mfethu? Umangethe.
Mangethe, I'm from Emba.
Sure.
Yeah.
Through and through.
Like you, I know nothing about KZN. I'm Zulu.
Yeah.
Usamgelo uzwane lo Mangethe uphikela.
Nazi,
But yeah, I grew up in Emba.
Yeah.
All my life. Khulele Emba, ngispane Emba, music ngwenzele Emba.
Danko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So I'm still around there.
Sure.
Yeah.
But how was it like ukhulele eMbalenhle? Because some of us sikhulele le eyilalini, and then we came to eMbalenhle for greener pastures. But how was your ukhula kwakho until namanje usasekhona?
Childhood.
Yeah, your childhood.
Hey man, I don't remember much about my childhood.
Yeah.
I know Gucci. I grew up kagogo with my siblings.
Yeah.
And abantwana babomamkhulu. I grew up in that setting where it's umamkhulu, treat abantwana babomamkhulu, which is like abosisibethu laba from abomamkhulu.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it's the best childhood you can get where nibapha endlini. So yeah, there's not really much I can remember about my childhood. All I can remember is that I grew up without my father.
Yeah.
Present in my life. He was around,
yeah.
going around, but that's all I can remember.
Yeah.
But it was good, man.
Yeah.
It was good. My mom has always been there. So yeah, it's cool as shy.
Fakwe endlini.
Yeah, siphuma uyodlala. Mina zange hluphe kakhulu mina endlini.
Sure.
So yeah, there's not a lot that I can remember.
Yeah.
Just bits and pieces there and there. Yeah, my childhood was not as colorful as that. Yeah.
But mauthi ukhule nama cousins, so sibabiza bosisi abobhuti, but actually they more like cousins.
Yeah.
The setup, I believe they mnandi, because I also grew up around the cousins and them, and it was fun, man.
Yeah, it was good because during like the year, we would be on my maternal grandmother's side, and each time Makvalikela would go to like my paternal grandfather's side.
Yeah.
Because even though my father was like absent most of the time, but my mother always encouraged us to be part of the family side. So it was good. We were always looking forward to Sobona Lizangale,
sure.
Eladlini Gazwane. And yeah, it was nice. Masngara, we got to be noche picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I remember even
get away with
tasting a little bit of alcohol.
Yeah.
Experimenting was that side because it was not just street. Ngara icon only the Bilpojula. Yeah, no, Bilpojula. So yeah, it was nice, man. I think it was good. It was always good. to be surrounded by people. And then the problem is that I was always the oldest ngapha edladlini, where I used to spend most of the time. And then most of my sisters and siblings were mostly young. I think I had just one or two, so mostly would spend time playing estradini with other kids, and come back home later. Whether you're coming back to a hiding or not, it depends on the events of the day.
So when you talk about your father and say he wasn't as present, you knew who your father was. Why do you say he wasn't present? Was he always busy? Was he always away? What was the?
No, man. My father, we all know. You've got kids, right?
Sure.
I think as soon as something just happens, in change. You get to find yourself under pressure.
Sure.
There's a lot you need to do for our
need to provide,
the provision part, it's what mostly, occupies my mind as a father. So I think Itamalami never did that. I don't know how he felt, because I don't know the circumstances around him and my mother in terms of how their relationship was.
Sure.
But I feel like he could have done better in terms of at least stepping up. But I can understand, my man. It's not easy to be responsible. So sometimes when I think about life, I'm like, hey man, I can understand why some people just decide to up and leave or be absent, because it's not easy, my man.
True.
It's not easy to be a responsible man. So I think that's all I can say. And maybe a bit selfish. Because you can't bring 4 kids. Give one woman 4 kids and then just decide to leave fending for herself. So I think whatever the dynamics of their relationships shouldn't have been part of the reason why he was absent. But I love him. I love my father. My late father. We must respect the dead. He passed away just after I'd finished matric in 2005. So, I love him because, I think I looked like him. He was a cool guy. But he was just irresponsible. I don't know what was going on in his mind. But I've forgiven him. There's still that void. I still have that void. As a man, I've never had somebody, to guide me. Up until I was much older, when I was closer to my uncle, and unfortunately, he also passed on. So, I think that's all I can say about my father. But because masuvakasha ngara besibona ngara.
So the interaction maufika ngaleyana, how was it?
That guy was always quiet. So my father was like he spoke a lot when he was drunk. When he was not drunk, he was quiet. You wouldn't even think that there's
can't
somebody
have that
around
conversation.
him. But when he was drunk, no. He was quite a cool guy.
Something. No, nice, man. But what in your story, kubazali bakho and the whole thing, I like the fact that your mother allowed you to go and visit, expose you to your paternal side, and she wasn't, because most women nowadays they'll bazokwata kungabi mnandi kubo, then they say umntwana naye melangayo, whereas it shouldn't be. It should be all in favor of the child. They must put their children first. But nowadays we don't see a lot of that. And your story is almost similar to mine. I used to go to my father's side of the family, but but it was still early. I would see my grandmother. I remember vividly. Every time she would give me 10 rand a paper, shanga 10 rand, 5 rand out too, and I would be excited. I think I was still young, man. because I got to reunite with my father when I was 16. So that's why I'm saying it's a typical father-son or father-child relationship. Yabazali bethu, the previous generations. But yeah, and kudos, man. But at least you got to meet your father. Because other people,
my mom, I think I'll always be grateful for that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I always say, the way Oded Lamlinga corner, my man, the only person who deserves to marry Jesus Christ when he comes back is my mom.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's beautiful. Yeah, no, beautiful, man. So, how long has it been?
For a while.
For a while.
Yeah.
No, nice. How is that? How has that changed you as a man? Deciding now I want to get married.
My man, it's not about marriage.
Sure.
I've been together with my wife for more than 16 years now. So this year is going to be almost 17 years. Yeah.
Almost, I'd say half of your life.
Yeah. I mean, so... what was the question again?
No, how has that changed you as a person? How?
I don't know. I think it hasn't changed me anyway. It has molded me.
Oh, sure.
Because I'm who I am today. Because I mean, there's a big part of who I am today is because I've been with this person all my life. So I've never really experienced like
Oh, excuse. Yeah. Sorry, Mina. Okay.
So I've never really experienced like isn't as a pie without her in my life. So I mean, my whole life as an adult always revolved around her. So I mean, I'd like to think Uguti, I mean, it has molded me to be the person that I am. I think, I mean, it says a lot about me as a person. I mean, being able to be with someone for that long. I mean, at least so you know, I mean, also, I mean, I've been doing music for so many years as well. Sure. So it shows commitment. It's something that is there, you know, in me. So I think it is just maybe it's just a lot of lessons. You know, along the road.
Sure.
But I mean, I don't think it is. I don't know. Maybe in future, when we have a discussion, I can be in a better position to tell you how it changed me. But at the moment, I think I'm still myself. I mean, I try as far as I can to be myself, even with someone in my life. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
But okay, let's look at your relationship before you got married.
Yeah.
So you having been with this with your wife for a long time. Between dating and getting married, was there a shift or a change in your relationship, or it was just easy to move from girlfriend to wife?
Okay, so I'm not.
Or your decision.
Like I'm not married, as in like the South African way of like the South African way. I paid lobola, but
you're married.
Sufficient.
That's us.
Yeah,
that's us
as
actually.
An African, that's actually all I need to do.
Yes.
So I did that after some time. Maybe because we started the relationship with my my woman when I was in 2007. 14 November. That's when she said, and then I think I went and paid lobola the first time I went Ugovela was in 2014. So I went in 2014 and then 15 we went back before you but yankila time fana no singadeleli she you know.
Sure.
And then so the difference is that, or as soon as I went for the second time, that was when we then moved in together. So we moved in together in 2016. Then that's where the difference started. Remember, all along it was visits. It was visits,
and visits are just easy.
It's nice. You know, you can prepare yourself.
Exactly.
You know, clean the room, do whatever.
Masala full time, but
clean, it's fine. Exactly. But then when you start living together, the dynamics change, right? But I don't think it has changed me in any way. I just decided to change before we moved in together, like in terms of like having too many friends and stuff like that. That's how I changed. And being more responsible.
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's the I mean living with somebody is different.
No, it's true. And Tina, we have a tendency of kwesinye isikhathi asinaki izinto then bazokubuza hey I'm always having the same problem but ungena ngecathulo sometimes mawuyi-one uyangena uyaphuma shiya ini lapha phansi you then bazokufaka endleleni and it's growth, man. I feel it's growth.
It happens. I mean, I think just recently I've started to, because yazi inkinga uthi awuchama ukhulele kasi. Sometimes sinenkani feel yabo. And you're like fuck. I'm not gonna funny language, sorry. I'm like no. Hey, kamla. Yabo like akwazi ukuthi ngizophila ngathi ngisivakashi manje mangithi ngivula la sekumele ngitshela ukuthi leto le ibisele la leto yazana. But man, after some time sengicala ukubona na ukuthi yazi kanjani. Let me become a better man. Yabo. I mean, I think the hardest thing to do is change yourself. Because I mean, as we go on in this journey, when she says all these things, she's trying to change you, right? But she's not gonna be able to change you. And then Nami, because I don't wanna be told what to do, I'm almost trying to change her.
Exactly.
But as time progresses, you can see which is in order for your life to be better, you need to change yourself, right? And it's also not wrong for you to listen to what the other person says and check. Okay, does it make sense? Does it make sense? And then try and transform yourself from that. And sometimes, I mean, if we can really pay attention, I mean, isn't it great? I think isn't it prepare even nakusasa noma sekuthiwa you are alone maybe. You can almost ukhona ukuzinakekela because I think some of us akithi kusiwonke amashita afika vele akhona vele ukuthi yabo. So I mean when you have a woman okhona ukuthi akubonisa hayi baba kumele upake kahle nala wardrobe ikana
wakhiphi kanje ukhipha kanje
eventually you just have to change yabo. So it's just a lot of those things that happen but manje yabo mina njengami kanje yabo ngiyathi relaxile akunankinga mina whatever those little things that happen yabo you just manage them and move along. So I think but mostly it's the grace of God. You can tell which this marriage, you know, it's not just me and the other person and the effort that we put into this thing. I think maybe there's other, you know, forces that are for us, like you know, God and our ancestors. So much as we're not gonna like really delve deep into the marriage thing, but I think in answering your question, sorry man, I sometimes
no, it's okay.
Like,
it's okay. I'm enjoying this. It's cool.
There was a difference, definitely a very, very big difference. I think maybe mostly on her side, you know, maybe she probably started noticing those little things that are, you know, me, I don't care. I don't notice anything. I'm just living. But you know, women they pay too much attention into detail. So I think maybe the biggest change was on her side. And you know, sometimes for us as men, life is much easier because you will find that the woman almost takes care of almost everything. So when you almost like your life doesn't change that much.
No, that's true.
So it's probably her that then has to take the bigger responsibilities in terms of the household, like the domestic household chores and stuff.
No, going back to yomshado, in actual fact, and I'm a strong believer in the thing yellow ball. Once you do that, because it's leyo say include amadlozi include le uthi mhlambe you can go usayine eloneni but it's not
a celebration.
It's just a celebration.
Let me tell you Tina, our thing is that why spend 250,000 in 2 days when you don't own a house, for instance. That's number one. That's how we've approached this thing. Why spend 250,000 for people who want to come and notice? Good, exactly. You know,
Exactly.
If you have 200,000 to spare, why don't you just go to Dubai with your person?
Exactly. and create memories, because you know, marriage, the wedding ceremonies are very stressful. Okay, I shoot weddings. Weddings. You can see Guti Gogunye, they're not really enjoying the moment. They in their minds, you can almost see Guti they trying to make sure everything goes accordingly. They're stressing about that.
Exactly.
But you as Njengobushi going to Dubai, creating those memories, going with your person, it's lapo you just enjoying each other.
One day mustn't create. I said I can only do a wedding ceremony.
Yeah.
If I can afford to do it for $1 million.
Yeah.
If I don't have $1 million for a wedding, then I'm not gonna make
a
wedding. I mean, it's not about the event, because it's mostly for those people, whoever that's gonna come. The marriage itself, my man, is the everyday thing.
Yes,
that's what we should be working on.
Yes, and sometimes abanye abantu they misunderstand ukuthi umshado awuqali ngalelo langa. Uqale way before manisazana and getting to know each other and awupheleli futhi senithi ke the wedding day kusahanja and abanye abantu they go bathatha ama loan and then after the wedding, then now the problem starts, because now we don't have 1, 2, 3 endlini, but we've spent 200,000 in one or 2 days.
2 weeks later,
then 6 months down the line, but umshado upheli.
You see,
bengisafuna ukuthi ngilule kancane in this marriage and get to understand the financial part. How do you and your wife navigate the finance? Because that's the biggest thing. Sometimes ebhayizisa abantu.
My man, I've got a story to tell.
Sure.
But I mean, for another day.
For another day, cool.
You know, let me say just one thing. When it comes to marriage, my brother, and finances, if you find somebody that, and it's not easy to find someone like that in life, whether in business or wherever, who has the same vision as you, right? So the finance part will really work out when, number one, the vision is the same, right? So as soon as there's a discord between your how you view money and how she views money, that's where it's going to be a problem. And that is why they will mostly suggest that you must have maybe your own account, she has her own, just for that independence, and then you have a joint, right?
Sure.
Ideally, I feel like, I mean, in terms of finances, ideally, in a perfect world, I mean, as a man, I would like to be the one that carries everything. And I just give my wife 100,000 allowance every month. But now, I mean, I mean, it's very, very few people who can afford the type of lifestyle. A marriage, my brother, can, if you and your wife, right, have the same vision, you can build something really great. You know, depending on how much money you have, right? But the problem starts when the goals are now different, right? The man is more, because I mean, generally as men, we are more future oriented, right? And I'm not saying women aren't, but generally women would like the now type of things. So you just need to find a good balance. I mean, I'm saying to you, I've got a story to tell, because I've been too extreme in terms of how I approached finances, right? So I was too much into investing and saving, which is something that I don't regret. But eventually it kills something if you too much into that, and then you start neglecting the little things. Right? And you don't do the little things. And that will definitely affect the other party. You know, because I will say, hey, look where we are. But you know, with the woman, to a certain extent, it gets to a point where it's like, got this feeling in less.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
those are the mistakes that I've made. I've made those mistakes.
Sure.
And I can say they are mistakes right now because I mean, looking in hindsight,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't regret doing it because it has placed me in quite a better position
yeah.
financially in life. But I think I could have done better in terms of maybe prioritizing the little things.
Yes.
And not being too because
Focused,
my man, if I can tell you now,
Yeah.
I understand addicts because I've been an addict of saving,
Sure.
and it's something
Yeah.
that is really, really terrible, my brother.
Ne.
Yeah, I don't think I've healed.
It's
I'm still
Yeah.
trying to heal myself.
Recovering.
Yeah, I'm
Addict.
still recovering, my
Yeah.
man. It gets too hectic, my brother.
Sure.
You want to save almost every day when you get to. I don't know what that condition is. Maybe one day, when I'm bold enough to maybe go for therapy, they'll explain to me. But yeah, I've been through it. So those are the mistakes that I've made, in my life, where you end up neglecting the little things and you focus more on the future.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even get better when you start having kids,
Yeah.
because now you start thinking about isikela sencosi ukuthi intwana izofundani, izofunda kuphi, kumele ibe nani, and all of that. And as
Plan
abantwana
for those
bafika, it becomes even worse.
Yeah.
Then you get to a point where you don't know how to give it like a good balance. So I've made those mistakes, but yeah, finances just require ukuthi, just try to balance out, have fun. Don't forget about your future.
Sure.
And if you bring kids into your life,
Yeah.
both of you must have the same interest,
Yeah.
in terms of where you want your kids to be. And also, I think, in my view, I mean, you need to be aligned in almost everything, in terms of, does my child really need to go to Curo?
Sure. Oh, yes.
Or if I do have the money for my child to go to Curo, is it really necessary?
Yeah.
What are we trying to achieve? So yeah, it's a lot, my brother, but topic for another day.
Yeah. Of course. You must come. You must come back.
I think we can have more conversations in future regarding that.
No, that's true, man. Yeah. That's true. No, nice. Ngiyawathanda lama topic lawa. Afaka the families because they can help a lot of us. Your story can help me, my story can help you, because as I'm listening to your story, it's a similar story as mine, because Mina, at some stage I was so invested in buying equipment, in buying cameras, buying the latest gimbal, you understand. But at the same time, njengobusho ukuthi kunezinto beyisala emuva. My woman always complained about, hey, we need curtains, Baba. Hey, Baba, we need the bedding. I'm like thinking, okay, let me invest. The equipment is later more money, then we can buy the curtains, we can buy the bedding. That's where my mind was at. So I think maybe it's a common thing with us men. But so are we voting?
Definitely,
voting in 2024. It's crazy.
I'm definitely voting.
Sure.
I'm definitely voting this year. I mean, I think I also encourage everyone, the
to go out,
young people, old people as well must vote. I mean, I'm not for the idea. These people who always say, laba badala bangasavoti because baba leyo bavota ANC. I don't like the. I'm not an ageist.
Yeah.
So I don't like people who say, for instance, no.
You must check your hand on that cam.
Yeah,
sorry, man. Sure.
Sorry. Oh, man.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like people who say, no, these old people must go.
Yeah.
We need young, fresh blood.
Yeah.
Right? That's number one.
Sure.
You know why? Because I feel like you don't need to be young to make a change.
Sure.
Right? Remember, all of us are growing, right? And I don't want to get to a point in my life where I can't do anything because people are gonna say, "Hey, you're too old." Right? That's number one. It's not a good thing. I think the old people can make decisions.
Yeah.
Together with the youth, which can contribute to a better future.
Sure.
And I feel like adults, abantu abadala are more responsible than us because most of people my age, when they get money, it's
they go crazy.
It's either a woman or girls or it's clothes, it's whatever.
Clubs.
But look at what older people can do when they have a job.
Yeah.
So when we say No, get the old people out of the workplace. Those are the people that take the very same salary and they raise their grandchildren and all of that. So I don't like. I'm not in support of that narrative, and that is why I'm saying old people still have a voice. They are alive, as long as they can still walk or whatever. I mean, as long as they can still think,
Contribute positively.
they've got a right to vote. They must go and vote, and they must vote for whoever they want to vote.
Yeah,
it's not a problem to vote using sentiments.
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Right? It's your vote.
It's your vote.
If you're voting because you feel the government of today gave you your freedom, you're voting based on what you went through
Your
in your life.
experiences, yeah.
Right? It's fine. The younger people as well, they've got a responsibility to go and vote. Even if, my man, you vote because you feel you wouldn't have a degree if it wasn't for the ANC, it doesn't matter. I know we will say it's taxpayers' money and whatever. It doesn't matter. What is important is for everyone to go out and vote, even those that are disgruntled.
Yeah.
Those who feel like the government hasn't done anything for them, they must go and make a change, and that is why I'm definitely going to vote. My vote is a
Is it a secret?
Yeah. I will say it's a secret for now.
But I can suspect what to happen.
I don't know what the future. I don't know what the future holds.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a secret. But I don't know, man.
But do you feel Uti, we need some sort of change? I understand it's a secret, but
we need change. I mean, we need change. Yeah, we do need change.
Yeah.
We don't need change per se.
Yeah.
You know, we just need a government that is serious of dealing with corruption. You know, and so far, let me tell you, right? I feel like, right, any person, any government that wants to get rid of corruption, they must. Because I don't hear a lot of people talking about, killing all of those people that are messing up our country, right? So anyone that says, let's change the constitution, just that part, and say, there are certain things that when you do in this country, you lose or you forfeit your right to live.
Yeah.
Right? Are the people that I actually normally listen to. Because I think if we are serious about corruption, right, we should be talking about that. To say, if you are found you have been guilty of doing this, it is treasonous and you should be hanged in public in full view of everyone, even your family members, so that you can make a good example of those that are destroying our country. And I don't hear these people saying those things. So I don't think we really need a change of government per se. We just need a government that is serious of getting rid of corruption. Because at the end of the day, it's what is killing us. I mean, why are these people still alive?
Yeah.
They must go. They must die. I mean, if we do that and we're serious about that, I mean, it's not going to take even 5 years, my man. You know, we will get to live in a country with proper roads, better infrastructure, and we will get young entrepreneurs getting the support that they need. I mean, we just need a government that is serious on making things work. I mean, even when you programs like giving young people a chance or grants to grow their businesses, you need to be there to say, hey Baba, if you misuse that money, we kill you.
You are going.
You are gone. I mean, you're going to take that money and you're going to make sure that the money goes to what it needs to do. You're not going to buy Hennies with that money. You know, so I don't think we need change. But unfortunately, with the ANC government, I think it's I don't know, it might be a little bit too late for them because I feel like, man, most of the people there do not love the ANC as an organization. They don't love the ANC as an organization, because if they really loved the organization, they would have listened to the outcry.
Because it's been going on
for a long time. So what are you going to do now in 2024, right? But I'm definitely voting, my man. I mean, I will encourage everybody, to just go and put that X, my man.
Hey, but it's crazy with the ANC. When it comes to the voting times, they're always fixing you. I saw one street in Amber. Hey, it's clean, see? It's condile. And that street has been rotten for a while. But manje, if you spawn, you can see Governor Beg has been fixing a lot of streets, and you're like, why don't you do this? Season votela each and every time if you have votes. If you do this continuously, not when the votes are coming. But yeah,
I mean, it's the same as somebody trying to change when the spouse is already going.
Yeah,
I'm really going. I'm tired, and then now you start wanting to fix the little things.
And there's no time to show that you are very serious.
Yeah, you don't have time anymore.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
So man. I feel like if the ANC goes back into power, if they get a chance to go back into power,
they need to fix.
They really need
fix
to
themselves first.
Yeah, they really need to fix themselves.
Yeah. And apply the law, because now ukangangapha bakuthatha bathi hayi no suka la ku finance sikufaka ku education just nje ukuthi ku. But yeah, crazy man. Let's talk music, man. Let's go back to what you are about. Let's talk music. I remember, okay, there's a song le enayenza Shayi Mpempe. I checked the views. Hey, it's crazy, man. I think now we're at 23 million views on YouTube with that song, and it's ahead of.
Yeah,
it's like crazy numbers, and on Spotify it's around what?
3 million.
3 million.
Yeah.
3.3,
somewhere there.
Crazy, man. Yeah. It's crazy. How does that make you guys feel? The song, it was Bono Bani on the song.
So the song is it's Mavutela, myself, and Ribi.
Yeah. Icon.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And I think Uguti, if it wasn't for I think it was around the lockdown times, ne?
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that, the numbers would have been something different as well.
My man, I don't know. Let me tell you one thing. I don't know.
Or maybe
I cannot tell you why.
Sure.
Because my belief is that everything happens for a reason. I believe I can't tell you why.
Sure.
Because number one, the song was never played like a lot in South African radio. The song is actually big abroad.
Sure.
Like if you ask someone here, who is SWIZZ PANACHE, I'm sure very, very less people know. I think people SWIZZ PANACHE was more outside the country than in the country.
Yeah.
Because the song is still going viral outside the country. I
mean,
Nigeria, in Europe, everywhere, my man. Yeah. Everywhere. I mean, that song, people are still making reels and shorts and whatever. But in South Africa, it didn't
do as
but people know which it is a song Shayi Mpempe.
But do you think Uguti, with that song and putting your faces to what, because maybe a lot of people know the song but they don't know Uguti Aboban.
We also haven't done enough. Look, man, you're right. I think that aspect is also good because you need to put yourself out there, right? I like what this guy, Oshayi Chwalabamu, EQ now is doing. I mean, he when's a show?
Yeah,
you know it's me. No, I mean, we didn't do enough. However, in my brother,
sure.
The reason that you and I are sitting here today talking, and it wasn't even planned.
Oh, for sure.
It's God. So I don't know why, and why that song is getting so much, because there were many like big songs in the country, but they're not getting those views.
Those numbers,
23 million, and it's going. I think it's gonna go to 24 very soon. So it was crazy, man. I mean, it was a milestone for us, first milestone.
Yeah.
It was the first song that I've ever been on that made those numbers.
Yeah, because even some of the big songs, as feel like about 23 million.
This one, my man.
That's crazy, man. Congrats on that, man. Yeah, congrats on this.
Thanks, man.
So, with the music that you do, I understand you are changing things here and there. With your music, how would you like people to receive your music? What does your music say to people?
Hey, my man. Yeah. So I'm trying to change up a bit. Just to also have like music that also represents my age.
Oh yeah.
Because Nyakula as well.
Yeah.
And I think that part is also going well. I think my man, having kids.
Sure.
I had my son like in 2016. And I've got a 1-year-old girl now, right? So when you have a girl child, you know, there's a lot that changes in you, you know.
You wanna be better. You wanna do better.
Yeah, you start seeing a lot of things like differently. You look at women differently.
Sure.
You know, and also, I mean, I feel like in as much as I'm still gonna do songs, you know, that might be like the message is questionable.
Yeah.
I want to also have something, you know, out there that at least, you know, mntana mentombazana can listen to. You know?
Without you saying, don't listen to this.
I'd never say she must not listen because it's a song. I mean, it's just a song, my man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a creative. Everything that I sing about, I don't do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I sing about what people do.
I get what you say. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and when you write a song, sometimes it's not really about whether you're going through that yourself. You know, it's just, I mean, you're just a voice.
Yeah.
You know,
because you make the music for people and people to relate. Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might say, angina or whatever, but when ubune or uthi mhlawumbe anginabazali ekubeni unabo bazali.
But if you really look at my journey from when I started, because I started doing music around 2002, inspired by Abomandoza and Abomzambia. I was doing quite.
You've been doing this thing 2002.
Yeah, in my high school, being shy quite, so being shy quite straight, and then at some point we started doing. We called it Eben Kwaito at the time, but it was Eben Kwaito. So it's Nasachi Eben Kwaito. And then we started changing because we were changing with times. And then when Kom came in, I remember I almost made a transition to Kom, but I'm a piano. Again. And then I moved to a piano. But I was approaching my songs a certain way.
Sure.
You know, I still had not lost myself, like the SWIZZ or that. And then what I'm doing now is looking at what is happening around me and saying how can I be relevant, because I need to be relevant,
of course,
in order for me to at least get that one life-changing song that is going to put me in, you know. So that's what I'm actually doing, is to say the music is here now, let me evolve with it. And I still have room to do that because I'm not an established artist. Like I'm not someone who's been doing this and now they're afraid of losing fans. My man, I don't have fans, man. The music that I do, I only listen to that music. It's me. My biggest fan is my son. I don't know. Maybe if I've got fans, I've got maybe 30. I don't know.
But your how do you view TikTok when it comes, because TikTok is big and a lot of people have boomed because of TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok. My TikTok is Ifatalele. Please, people follow me there. SWIZZ Panache.
SWIZZ Panache.
But it's mostly because I'm not doing what I need to do. Right. TikTok requires you to put content, to put yourself out there.
Consistency.
I mean, I haven't been putting myself out there. I've just been doing music. I've just been doing what I love. And what I've come to see now with the music landscape is that unfortunately it doesn't work as it used to previously.
Things are changing.
You need to be out there. You need to put yourself out there, because these days it looks like it's also no longer about the music. It's about the personality. It's about the person.
And also who has the best dance challenge. Sometimes
also, you know, those, because Minangwa is not jive. So I need to do something to change and also be almost relevant, because these days you need to know how to dance, how to perform, you know. So that's why I'm saying, okay, no, because I can't really dance, I must really maybe change how I sing and fit in. And then in terms of the other stuff, I mean, we can work on it. You can always get someone to do a challenge for you. Whatever. But I think my TikTok is not doing that well. My YouTube is quite good. More than 70,000 subscribers.
My subscribers subscribe
I'm watching the podcast now.
Kayise Media, actually.
Instagram, I'm doing bad. My numbers are not doing anything. They're just stagnant, you know. It's not easy. But I'm no longer chasing that, my brother, as well, especially with Instagram. I think those things will come. And sometimes, you know, I feel like God is preparing me for a particular moment, and when it comes, I will get the numbers that I deserve.
And what I've realized with people who, because it's not like something with Kalamaj. even if something comes up and you're blowing, it's going to be different from someone who totally one song or boomer and they're big in one day or whatever. For you, you've already learned the industry. You've checked it. Okay, this works. This, you understand?
No, my man, I haven't learned.
You haven't.
I haven't learned. Okay, hey, my man.
But
I still have to learn a lot.
But yes, of course, we all have to learn. But what I'm saying is, you've done music.
Yeah.
You know how music works. There should be something like that. You know how to work with people. You've been doing music with other people, so you know how to navigate people. Because the biggest thing in the whole of this industry is people. Kunabantu who are there just to gatekeep. There are people who are there just to and working with people ngendlela right will open more doors for you. So that's why you've learned a bit of something in the music industry. And it's going to be easier for you for longevity yako. When I get this thing, I handle it ngendlela right. That's what I mean.
I think it's good to build a relationship. And if you can do something right, don't take advantage. I don't know, maybe I'm different. I don't like taking advantage of people, right? I don't want. I'm not a taker. I want us to also be happy. So I mean, maybe that's just my personality, right? But this thing, my man, like the music industry now, the world is changing.
Evolving.
And collaboration, my man, is if you don't want to collaborate, you will find yourself out of the game, out of business. Because especially with songs now, that's why you sometimes find 6 people on a song. What does it tell you? You know, when you've got 6 people on a song, you've got 6 energies. Right? And
6
it means
ideas.
you've got 7 fan bases. Right? And you've got, I don't know how many ancestors. Because if you're alone, you're just gonna rely on your own, right? Now if you've got so many people in a song, sometimes that can be a factor of making your whatever you're doing uguti ibe sharp.
And also I feel for the people who has made it in the music, it's also important to pull up the people who are still coming up. I think that's also important, because even when you are no longer relevant, you can still come back and say, SWIZZ PANACHE mfana, yes ganjani, I have this idea of this beautiful song, I want to put it out there, come through, man, let's work on something, and it's easier. Whereas when you just want to be in your corner and be the only big thing, it's also dangerous as well.
But I mean, we're not the same. I think.
That's also.
Sometimes poverty, I mean, it makes people you know, people have got like a poverty mentality. You know, if this one aba sharp, it means I'm losing something. And
whereas it's not. It's not like that. You know. No, that's true, man. You have a new single, Mfana, that we were working on. Okay, not working on. We were shooting some promo type thing. You must just decide, let's shoot something. Let's shoot something. Why ungasho? What's going on there? What's
it's a song. It's just a song.
Beautiful song, by the way. It's
I
nice.
think that's where I'm trying to say, guys, I'm also taking this direction, you know, because I've always been sounding the same. And now I want to be more mature in the music space. You know, I want to be able to can work with a Kelvin Momo, somebody who's doing like a polile type of music.
Private what?
You know, and I think right now, my man, I just want to be an artist, you know, and I'll try and explore as far as I can, you know. But I mean, that's what I was really trying to do, because these days also it's about numbers. You know, it's about how many songs we have out there. How much of yourself can you put out there? That is why, you know, they call it the gig economy. You need to have as many things as you can, you know, to sustain yourself. Looking and focusing on one thing, it will be to your detriment, you know. So, you know, it's just me trying that. Fortunately, doing it with my passion, which is not the easiest thing, my man, you know, because You know, I'm still not there. I still have to use my resources and, you know, there's all of those factors
Sure.
that come in. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now. I want to appeal to different people. You know, Kona abantu abanganandaba nesigija, interasa, you know, they just want soothing music. So I'm also there now. You know, I've just discovered that I've got a bit of a voice in me. You know, and I'm putting it out there now.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. As I say, man, it's a beautiful song.
Thanks,
I believe it's gonna do very well. You just have to push it, do whatever it takes. To push it. So any projects coming, or other than when is the single coming out?
Well, soon.
Yeah.
I'm not certain of the date at the moment. What I just want to do is just to promote the song before I release it. You know. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to release it, but yeah, very, very soon. I've got a lot of singles out. I mean, I put a single, I try as far as I can to release almost every quarter. You know, so yeah, right now I'm gonna release an EP which I did with someone. Mtavov is gonna be Amapiano is Kwaito. It's where you're more on the Kwaito side of Amapiano.
Sure.
And then I'll also continue focusing on my own stuff as well.
Yeah. Mtavovo, he's from?
He's from Kayise now. He's doing quite well. Shayi Mpempe now. So I just wanted to do something with him, especially since he's one of the guys I started with back in the day, about 2002.
Sure.
When he had his own group, I had my own group. You know, so that's why I said, you know,
let's work.
No, let's do something together, especially since Dallas to the song and the music that we've done together in the past was in CDs and it's gone. We don't know where it is. So at least much we can do something that can stay on the internet forever. Yeah.
Now, beautiful, man. Anyone you'd like to work with, Ogo industry? Let's put it out there. For someone, I need to work with this person. If at some stage you're with someone, this is one of them. Kelvin Momo?
Yeah,
or maybe,
definitely.
Yeah.
Ukabza,
Sure.
Momo.
Yeah.
Everyone, my brother. Everyone
You're open.
That is doing good. Yeah, I'm open to everyone. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Ukabza, Momo.
Shout out to Kabza, man. He took quite a number of awards Guma Metro. Shout out to him. He's one of the hard-working artists in South Africa.
Yeah. I'd also like to do something with Lady Steezy at some point. Like us. I think she's the next big thing.
Yeah, she's also doing very well.
She's
what is that? What is that? Is it Mexico? What? But it's a nice sound.
I see that flag there.
Yeah. It has.
It's a beautiful song.
Very nice.
It's a beautiful song. I think Lady Steez is very talented. I've always been saying this.
Yeah.
Even when she was still doing hip hop.
Sure.
And then I think I saw her when she started doing Amapiano.
Yeah.
And I think she's on the right track. She's the next big thing. And then someone international. Someone international. I mean, I'm old school, my man. Something with maybe Kanye West. On a piano.
Hey, that would be something. That would be something, man. That would be dope, man. Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Hey, I really appreciate. I'm glad we did this because we were hesitant. But
my brother, no. Thank you very much. I mean, I'm also glad we did it. It wasn't planned. And I think and I foresee something, maybe another conversation.
True.
In the near future.
It should.
I don't think it should end here.
Yeah.
Maybe next time it's gonna be more structured in terms of what we want to talk about. Maybe less about me and about life, or maybe other stuff. Maybe politics. Maybe current affairs.
No, we need to talk about the politics because some of us, the young people, we think politics affects everything that you do. In your daily basis. We have Vuga, Ukamanz and Mpempe, that's politics. So
politics. You see, my man, it's either two things. People that entertain politics are people that are well, number one, informed,
Sure.
and they know what
Understand
it means
yeah.
to be involved, you know, and play a part. And also, it's people that benefit from politics.
Yeah, that's
so
another
if
thing.
if I've got a 10 properties now because of the ANC, I'm obviously gonna say
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
ANC,
push.
you know. And I'm never gonna blame anyone that benefited from ANC.
Yeah.
And they say ANC is the best. Well,
Yeah.
they know that, you know, it is a lot of there's a lot of shortcomings.
Yeah.
Because if I was also benefiting from the ANC, I was
You'd go
probably
for
going to
that,
be rooting
of
for it,
course.
putting 3 hearts on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, we can. I think we can chop politics up.
Yeah.
We can chop whatever up.
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
I mean,
No,
but yeah,
that would be dope,
in the
man.
near future. Let's come through, my man, and let's have a discussion.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
For sure.
I mean, all the best to you, my man. Hopefully, the podcast can get to be okay. I'm not gonna say the biggest because
Yeah.
I'm still a chiller. I'm a Mekchi
Aye,
fan.
the Mekchis, the
so
Mekchi-
I want
Mekchi
you to
Bafana-
succeed, but
Yeah.
not above Mekchi. Just be here, my man.
But we can also use the Mekchi as inspiration. They've done so
Yeah.
well. Podcast
Yeah.
and Chill, they have inspired a lot of people. I am a chiller as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a chiller as well, and we get inspired every time we see the things that they do. We're like, we can also do this. You understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much. Handles back tata.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. SWIZZ Panache across all platforms. SWIZZ_Panache or SWIZZ Panache. If you search SWIZZ Panache, you'll find me on TikTok, Instagram. Instagram.
Yeah.
Please,
Instagram
man.
is
Even
easy,
on your
man.
hand,
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
man. Like, okay, YouTube, please take me to 100K.
Yeah,
I'm
at
on
least.
70.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally
so
black.
yeah.
Totally black.
Yeah,
No,
black
but-
yarn, I'm gonna get you. But thanks, my man. Thanks for the for the conversation.
No,
Thank you for the opportunity.
For sure.
I'm glad to have sat here with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes, my brother, impeding fish,
Nah.
so it's good for us to sit and talk
Yeah.
like this because I think, as I said to you before we started, for me, this can be something one day about Zulu Bami. My
But,
child,
man, mkhulu, yeah.
they
Yeah.
can come back and just check on my dad up.
Like say.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jam. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much,
It
man.
has been the LNR podcast. My name is SK, and we out.